Hey guys, this is Bad Birdie, and today we're doing a Q&A. This is a Valentine's edition, and we got a lot of questions submitted on my Instagram and on Bella's Instagram. So let's get started.
How did you meet Bella Geminiles?
I met Bella at my last job at the bar, and it's actually a funny story because I'd always see her come in with friends, but they never sat up at the bar because they were always in a big group. So one day they were sitting at a big, one of our big tables, and our server, or my server, kind of irritated, said something kind of smart to one of the guests at the table, and Bella wanted to complain. So she asked for the manager. My server came over to me and told me, that the guest had a complaint, and I said, okay, tell me the story and tell me what happened and what table was it. And I looked over, and there's Bella just, hands on her hips, ready to chew out the manager. So that was our first time meeting.
Are you artistic?
Am I artistic? Yes, I've been artistic since I was a little kid, painting, drawing, and I think it kind of evolved even to what I do now. There's something very artistic when I, create a cocktail or garnish it. I try to make it as aesthetically pleasing as possible.
How do you innovate things?
I get inspiration from like chefs or other restaurants, cooking cookbooks, shows that I see on the TV. I mean, anywhere really, but usually it comes down to two ingredients that I really want to play with, or even, new flavor profiles, ingredients from other countries, things that aren't available here, different herbs and spices. So I try to play with those kind of flavors and turn it into a cocktail.
What do you do for a living?
I am a bartender, and I work for a company that owns several restaurants globally, and I'm in charge of creating all of their cocktail programs, training their staff, anything that has to do with the bar, I'm in charge of.
Any hobbies? Funny ones or normal ones?
Funny ones or normal ones? I love doing anything outdoors, so snowboarding, hiking, I'm pretty athletic, so if any sport I'm interested in.
What's your coming out story?
Coming out story. It's actually pretty funny. I went to, it was just a normal day. There wasn't anything special about this day, but I was living at home with my mom, and we just got home. She was just going about her normal routine and putting stuff away, and I caught her. I decided to just do it, just get it over with. So I caught her in the hallway, and I told her, I was like, Mom, I have something to tell you. And she's like looking at me down the hallway. She's like, okay, what? I said, I'm gay. And she paused for a moment and looked at me, and she's like, well, how do you know you're gay if you haven't been with that many guys? And I laughed, and she chuckled, and I just, that was it. It was kind of like one of those awkward situations. I said, well, okay, I told you.
What inspires you?
Yeah, like I said before, I mean, inspiration can really come anywhere. Sometimes it could be, from a book, from a show, from other cultures, traveling around the world has inspired me a lot to create use different ingredients, and see what other people are doing around the world and what kind of cocktails that they're creating. So it could be the smallest thing, but I'm constantly aware of everything around me and looking for that next spark.
What's your favorite cocktail?
My favorite cocktail that I like to drink is definitely going to be a mojito or just a gin and soda. I'm pretty simple when it comes to the kind of drinks that I like to drink. Favorite cocktail to make? I think it changes because every time I come up with a new recipe, I'm really excited to tell people about it. So I think it's, whatever project I'm working on, that's the one I'm most excited about.
How many tattoos do you have?
Well, I'd say I have 85% of my body covered. I don't know how many tattoos, but this arm is done, this arm is done, my whole chest is done, my back from the top of my neck down to the upper part of my thigh is done, my stomach, and my ribs, and my 2 thighs.
What's the most symbolic tattoo that you currently have?
Top 3, I have a right here on my kind of like my upper ab area. I have a poem, or a part of a poem that Bella wrote with her signature at the end. So it was one of the first poems she ever wrote me, so I have that one tattooed. That one's pretty symbolic. I'd say I have this piece that I got in Thailand. It's a sakyant, which is a blessed tattoo. Thailand to this day has been one of my favorite trips that I took with a friend, and it's my favorite because it was a very spiritual trip, and I got this tattoo on one of the days that we were just kind of traveling, and we made a friend with our taxi driver, and he just spent the entire week with us, taking us all over Thailand. So that one's pretty special. And I'd say the last one, my horses, because my horses have been probably one of the best memories of my childhood. And I rode professionally for 10 years. And it was just, I'd say as a kid, it's just an amazing experience to train with creatures and animals that are so beautiful and that magnificent and so big. As a kid, it's like they're so big to you. So my horses are probably my most important, one of my most important.
Can we see him?
Sure. So this is Ranger right here. He was a wild horse. He was actually abandoned at the stables, so I was his only rider. And that's Peaches. She was the horse I first trained on.
Can you show us a sneak peek of your back tattoo? That's not a question, but I'm just wondering. Could you?
Sure.
I mean, let me see. I gotta make sure you're in frame.
Okay, back tattoo.
Okay, that's good.
How's that?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, it goes all the way down, right?
All the way down.
Okay. Can you describe what that is?
Okay, so that piece is kind of a piece that kind of describes my personality and my experiences through life. So you have this girl's face representing life, then you have the skull representing death. But through my life, I have the compass at the top, which represents my sense of adventure. I also have an octopus kind of swirling its way around through the hair and through the skull. And the octopus is, to me, one of the most beautiful creatures in the world. And they're extremely smart, adapt to any situation they're put in. And I think they're just really beautiful creatures. So those are just little bits and pieces of personality traits that I think I carry.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, any kind of Asian food. I like Thai food, Chinese food, Japanese food. Asian food is definitely my favorite.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
Okay, my favorite celebrity, don't judge me, is Dr.
Judge
Phil.
her. Who?
Dr. Phil.
This is actually true. And she's not even ashamed. She's been on the show. She's a VIP, what do they call it, member? Or
Yeah.
audience member?
Yeah.
Okay. So shout him out if you know him so she can meet him. What are you most passionate about in life?
What am I most passionate about? I'd say the most important thing to me is my relationship with Bella and, taking care of myself, being the best version of myself spiritually, mentally, physically.
What do you love most about Bella, Gemini?
What do I love most? I love that she's always reminding me to take care of myself. She's always reminding me to really do better every day, give back to others. She constantly talks about it and reminds me of these things that matter.
What do you like least about Bella Geminials?
Least, she leaves the cabinet kitchen doors open all the time. That's what I like least.
I knew you were gonna say that.
The cabinet.
Why is that a big
She never
deal?
closes the cabinets.
Why
in
is
the
that a
kitchen
big deal?
because I have to always close them.
I like being poltergeist. Okay.
And she leaves water bottles all over the house
Okay, fine.
that have
fine.
like maybe this much water or halfway, or sometimes they're full. There's just water bottles everywhere.
I drink them in my defense.
She doesn't drink them.
But I recycle.
If you hear noises in the background, it's just Poe grunting, playing with his toys.
What do you feel is the most important thing in life?
I think being honest, that's the most important thing. And here's Popo.
Bobo, say hi.
Say hi. Right here. Say hi, baby. Hi, my boy.
He thinks he's a big man right now, grunting at whoever came by the door.
Okay. Do you play sports?
I do play sports. I played sports all throughout high school and some of college. My sports were volleyball and basketball. And I actually got a scholarship for basketball out of high school.
What was your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school was definitely math or science. I didn't like doing English class. I didn't like history class. Give me anything with numbers and I was all about it.
What's something you've never shared with your followers?
That I'm obsessed with Dr. Phil.
You haven't?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's something Bella Geminials has never shared with her followers?
Never shared. I have a good one. She doesn't like baby showers or kids' birthday parties, so don't invite her to one.
That's screwed up. Do you wear any of Bella Geminials' designs?
Yes. So as long as it's my style, I wear the black strappy fanny that she made. I have a denim jacket that I wear when it has patches on the back that she put on, and I have these really gold like Ferragamo style shoes that she designed, and yeah, so she's made some stuff specifically for me.
Who's the man in your relationship?
Bella's the man in my
That's not right. We're both women. What advice do you have for someone that wants to start their own brand or be an influencer?
Definitely come up with something catchy, a name that's catchy, or a logo that is, unique and stands out. I'll just talk about like what I've experienced with my own brand. I make sure to every kind of content that I put out is always great quality content. So great pictures. I'm not a photographer myself, but I always hire a photographer for all my shoots, and someone that I trust that captures, how I like to be captured and my style. So I mean, you want to put you know, time and effort and money into it. And just always be mindful of what kind of content you're putting out there, because once it's out there, it's going to be out there. So you always want to make sure that you're respectful of everyone, no matter what they have to say, of other people's cultures, religions, things like that. You know, I try to be very respectful, especially when I talk to people on social media.
Who are your influences?
Well, when it comes to bartending, I really love Bob Peters, Martin Kovar, Jason Yu, who else? You know, so just like some of the top guys in the industry. There's like venues that I really love. I love everything that Death & Co has done. I love everything that Employees Only has done. Just like these big brands in the industry. And yeah, I mean, there's been traveling the world. I've you know, been fortunate enough to visit some of these places and find new places that I didn't even know existed.
If you were deserted on an island, what would be your 3 essentials?
Bella, Poe, and
Chapstick.
chapstick.
Okay, so you've answered all the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let us know where we could find you on Instagram, YouTube. Let us know what you're working on, projects.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at badbirdie with the underscore in between. That's BAD_BIRDY. And newest projects I'm working on is going to be with Drinksmith. If you've seen their page, it's a bottled cocktail. I have one right here. It's a bottled cocktail that these guys pretty much partnered up with some of what they consider to be the best bartenders in LA, and we each created our own cocktail. They bottle it. This is 2 cocktails in 1 bottle, and you can now get them online. You can get them in stores. Mine is the rum punch, and we are about to launch our 2 sangrias. So I created these as well. One is a white sangria with peach and vanilla. The other one is a red sangria with strawberry and pineapple. So I'm super excited for these to come out.
What are they called?
This one is peach fuzz. This is Chop It Up Like It's Hot. And this is the rum punch. And if you haven't seen us do this in the video, it's going to be a twist at the bottom. Then you shake it, and then you open and drink. So if you see these, make sure you pick one up. They're really good.
Links down below.
Links down below. So I've also been nominated for the Shorty Awards. This year I am in the Best in Food category, and I'm the only bartender in that category. So make sure you go to the Shorty Awards and click on that button to vote for me. There's still time. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is going to be our Valentine's Day Q&A. So I hope all of you have a happy Valentine's Day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.